Hey guys, it is me. I'm live. Wasn't even entirely sure if I was gonna go live or if I was gonna be able to, because my phone at one point wasn't even charging up to the speed that I wanted it to. But we are live. I am so excited for tonight because tonight is Survivor Series War Games. And yes, I am excited for that. So I will not be watching it. Since I do not have ESPN, I will not be watching it. But I will be on a friend's live stream and I will be watching their live stream of it. So, excuse me just for a moment. Put this back on since anyways, this makes a lot of sense. Well, you guys know why I'm here. Already got 2 likes. Thank you to the people who are liking these videos, these live streams. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Yes. But hey, let's get on with the show. Let's get on with the show. Let's start out with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was basically a go home show for the Survivor Series War Games, especially for the men's War Games, because the men's War Games team had their advantage match today. On this episode of Monday Night Raw, the men's Survivor Series War Games team had their advantage match. That was in the main event. The opener saw Roman Reigns. Was with Roman Reigns. Obviously, he was there. He was talking about the war game. He was talking about war games, talking about the vision, and obviously, like I almost expected to have happen, he didn't exactly go uninterrupted. In this segment. We got Cody Rhodes interrupting. Cody Rhodes was, I'm guessing, the only reason I can guess as to why he's really there is so that he can continue his feud with Drew McIntyre, which it makes sense as to why he's. The one thing I am a little I am like somewhat a little peeved about is the fact that LA Knight, who has been feuding with Division since about the same time that CM Punk and Jey Uso started feuding with them, and he's not even in this match. Like the one person who actually had history with Division, and I'm just gonna say right now, no, he doesn't. He didn't even have to be, because there is a rumor. There's a rumor going around that Jimmy Uso might be attacked pre-match, and that someone will probably take his spot. Hey, Aaron. If any of you guys are just now coming into the live stream, and you want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I do appreciate it. There's rumor going around that Jimmy Uso, who obviously is the odd man out in this match, could get quote unquote injured or just taken out before the men's War Games match, and then someone's gonna come out and be the replacement. And I know a lot of people are saying that it's got to be John Cena. It has to be John Cena. Well, why? I mean, yeah, of course he has history with Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar, but this is November, September, October, 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago. His history with Brock Lesnar I could say could say that it ended 2 months ago, and it should have. I do not want to see John Cena and Brock Lesnar in the same ring again. I'm sorry, but it's just the match at WrestlePalooza stunk. Didn't need to happen. And if John Cena really, really, really wasn't done with Brock Lesnar, then he should have immediately called out Brock Lesnar. Should have immediately been like, "Hey, Brock, I'm coming after you. I don't care what I have to do. I'm coming after you." Well, that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. We went straight into AJ Styles, and that's that. So it is what it is, but I think LA Knight should be in this match. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie and say that but hey, that's just what I feel. This is what I feel. But yeah, Cody Rhodes was out there. Him and Roman, they talked. Cody Rhodes talked about it just being his team. And then CM Punk comes out. CM Punk then comes out and he has a little bit of an issue with Cody Rhodes saying that it's his team. Like, when did you suddenly decide that, oh wait, this is going to be your team? Why not my team? I mean, he basically said that you may be the quarterback on Fridays, but this is Monday Night Raw, okay? And as the World Heavyweight Champion, I'm the world champion on this show. So you're on my show. So you're basically on my show. And this basically should be my team. But obviously Roman decided, you know what? I don't even care whose team it is. All I want to do is get my revenge on the Vision. And for being completely honest, your title would look much better on me, which obviously I'm sure is going to get a lot of fans demanding that we see another 4-year run with Roman Reigns as champion, like we didn't already go through that, and we don't need to go through another 4 years of Roman as a part-time champion, barely showing up, barely defending the title only when he wants to. That's not what we need. We don't need that. Some people will try to tell you that, oh, we need that because look who we have as champion now, versus look at who we had as champion. At one point, Roman was the only champion you had because at one point, Roman Reigns had both titles unified. And it's still technically being called that, even though technically it should now just be the WWE Championship. It's still being referred to as the Unified Championship, but it really should just be the WWE Championship now. Now, because Roman Reigns was the one who unified the titles, might as well just get rid of it. Get rid of that part of the title for the championship. But yeah, that's how the opening segment went. That's how the opening segment went. We then go and we get Paul Heyman backstage. He obviously is getting his War Games team ready for their advantage match, which will determine who gets the advantage for their team going into War Games. Obviously, it is going to be Drew McIntyre. Obviously, it's Drew McIntyre that's getting, and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, who were in the official War Games Advantage match. 3 likes. Yes, let's go. Let's get this over with. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, the first match of the night, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio versus JD McDonagh of the Judgment Day. Match lasted about 12 minutes. Very good match. Very good match, by the way. And hey, it is what it is. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio on an impressive win. And JD also had a pretty good showing in this match too, and which is great because JD has definitely been receiving some significant TV time as of late, which I'm guessing is just because not just because he's in the Judgment Day, but he's actually showcasing that he's more than just the guy that jobs out whenever Judgment Day needs to lose a match or a tag team match. It's usually been like that since JD joined the group, is that he's been mainly used as the guy that gets pinned a lot. Then again, Finn Balor also was put in that position at one point, to the point where everybody was just calling him Pin Balor instead of Finn. Yeah, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I don't know. But hey, let's keep it going. I'm going to try to make this live stream not necessarily long, but long enough to where long enough to where you guys won't feel like I'm copping you out. But yeah, let's continue with the live stream. We got. Yeah, it's actually looking like it's going to be a calm chat for the first time in a long time, because I don't think I've seen. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm not gonna get my hopes up and just be like. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for tonight. But yeah, it's definitely looking like a calm chat. Uh, shouldn't have said that because I can hide. I can see your comments. What made you? Yeah. Did you honestly think I wasn't gonna? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, if you know. Loser. Loser Mox is here. I was wondering when it would happen, but I'm glad it's now out of the way. 4 likes. Let's go. Can we get it to 5 before the live stream ends? Can we get it to 5 before the live stream ends? I would really much appreciate it. Backstage, I got the Usos. We got the men's War Games team backstage. Yeah, I spoke too soon. But hey, it is what it is. What can you do about it? We got the men's babyface War Games team backstage. They are obviously talking strategy, and obviously the Usos are going to. Oh yeah, he's alive. I know he is. Oh, you should have. Well, hey, Maroney, you should have thought of that before you decided. You know what I'm gonna. Should have thought of that before you decided to suddenly go to the dark side. But I guess you reap what you sow, don't you? Should have known better than to make a deal with the devil, but you made the deal anyways. But you made the deal to begin with, and so now like the old saying, you have made your bed, now lie in it. You have made the bed. You have made your bed, now lie in it. Yeah, surprised it took you this long. I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. But I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. Come on to my live stream if you want. If you want. Yeah. Well, that's nice. We got Dominic Mysterio. We got Dominic Mysterio out there. He is hyping up his match with John Cena at Survivor Series. Yeah, this was a segment that definitely felt like a Vince McMahon segment. We had Dominic Mysterio basically deciding that he was gonna poke some fun at the crowd by pretending that John Cena's music was hitting earlier. Hey, Moon. I don't know, Duro. You got time. You got hid. Some reason you got hid. For some reason you got hid. So I had to unhide you.
Mike,
Sorry.
get somebody in the room beside you when I can hear you all the way halfway across the.
Sorry. I have no idea, Dro. I have no idea, Dro, why you got timed out. So, yeah. Sorry about that. And hey, congratulations, Maroni. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. No. Nope, not at all. But yeah, let's see. We got Dominic Mysterio, and apparently we got a mini John Cena on the show. Okay, this was definitely a Vince McMahon segment if I ever saw it. And like I said on Monday when I was on my friend Matt's live stream, I was like, this definitely reminds me of when Shawn Michaels trolled Montreal with a mini version of Bret Hart. This was immediately following the Montreal screw job, and so I think they were still in Montreal. I have no idea, Matt. I have no idea, Maroni. I could see the heels winning. I could see the heels winning with Braun Breaker pinning one of the world champions or Roman Reigns or something like that. I could see any number of things happening. This may be actually one of the first War Games where I don't actually know who's going to win the War Games matches themselves. Oh, thank you to the likes that are coming in. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. Oh, I can standard mod you. I can standard mod you because I don't just add anybody as a manager mod. You're not blocked. You're not blocked. You shouldn't be. You're a mod. I mean, I could see Team Roman winning. Maroney, I'm sorry. But I really want that John Cena shirt. Just like I really wanted that John Cena chain, but I want that John Cena. I want that John Cena shirt. I don't have any WWE related shirts and stuff. So, well, I don't know what to say, Austin. Okay, well, Austin apparently is not able to comment on the live stream, which is weird because he is a mod on my channel. I made him he's a standard mod on my channel. I really don't, I don't want to check because I know for a fact that he is a mod on my channel. He should not be hidden. And if he is, I'm gonna make sure. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. But he having to do this because I could. Let's just yeah, we got Becky Lynch. We got Becky Lynch in the middle of the ring. She was with the other members of the heel team of the heel women's team for War Games, and she basically decided to not only talk about the horrible decision that the referees and the WWE made last week by allowing Maxine Dupri to cheat her way to an Intercontinental Championship reign. Don't worry. Yeah, it's Austin Benninger is here. There is no other. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. I think it should now officially be done. Should have checked when I was doing it earlier because I think earlier I had checked it to see if a few people were hidden, and I found a few people that were, so I had to unhide them. And yes, I actually did see Austin's name on there on the hidden list, so I had to unhide him. So I just unhid him, so he should be here. It's okay. It's okay, Dro. I know that the number of people that are watching tends to fluctuate. Sometimes it'll say 0 people watching, but then there's like a person typing in the live chat. Usually that's Aaron or Austin or whoever from Messenger that's here. And then sometimes it'll say like earlier it said like 7 people watching. Like, okay, that's 7 people watching. That's nice. There's Austin. Glad you're here, Austin. I think I had you as a mod, and I think it's on this particular channel. It's Austin Manager 700, but I did see where you were hidden under another Austin Manager account, which I'm pretty sure is another one of your accounts that I counts. Yeah, it's okay. I fixed it, so you're good. Obviously, after Becky was done talking, and after Becky was done basically claiming ownership of forming this impressive group, the baby faces came out, and obviously, yeah, okay. And like I predicted, this ran into a huge brawl. And yeah, the baby faces stood tall at the end of this, in the way they should. We also got Stephanie Becker, who is facing Nikki Bella at Survivor Series for the Women's World Championship. Now there's some. Yeah, I saw NXT. We had John Cena announce the participants. I'm gonna go with Brock. Dro. John Cena was on NXT this week. Talk about that a little bit later. We got Stephanie Becker sending a message to Nikki Bella heading into War Games, where she will defend her title against Nikki. But there's speculation that Brie might be coming back as well for a run with the company, and I think Nikki has made it clear that if she ever does decide to officially retire, it's going to be with her sister, and it's going to be in WWE. So I'm guessing Brie could potentially come back tonight, and then during the match against Stephanie McCur, cost McCur the match, and then allow Nikki to basically steal the title and just have another Bella Army style run like they did in 2015, like they did in late 2014 and 2015 when they practically ran the Divas division. They practically ran the Divas division, and Nikki was basically the longest running Divas champion. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We got the first of two matches in the last time is now tournament quarterfinals. We got Solo Sikoa versus Penta. And I'm not going to lie, I was expecting Penta to win this match. He did not. In fact, Penta lost via referee stoppage when he apparently received an injury. Can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like a Hurricane Rana or something, where he landed very awkwardly on one of his arms, and apparently that probably caused an injury, which caused the match to stop, and Solo advanced into the quarterfinals, into the semifinals. So it's going to be Solo Sikoa versus either the winner of Gunther or Carmelo Hayes. Match only lasted about 5 minutes. We got backstage. Earlier backstage. We got Roxanne. We got Raquel Rodriguez, who was not exactly happy about the fact that Nikki Bella just got a title match after turning heel and then one promo, and then she just immediately gets a title shot. Then the New Day came. Then the New Day came in to talk to Adam Pearce. Obviously, I don't think he deserves to be canceled, but he definitely should be. should be I don't know, but I'm not gonna talk about him today. We got apparently AJ Styles and Dragon Lee have decided that they wanted to be fighting champions like I knew they probably were gonna be. And so they're gonna face the New Day for the tag team titles. I wonder when that match is gonna be. But I sure as hell hope that we don't go back to the New Day as tag team champions, because I feel like they don't deserve to be tag team champions anymore. That opportunity, they wasted that opportunity. He was here. He was here. He is, especially to me. I don't know why. I still don't know why he's ever targeted me ever. But like I said, I'm not going to talk about him today because this live stream isn't about him. We got Maxine Dupri backstage with Adam Pearce. Pearce and Ivy Nile made her first quote-unquote WWE appearance on television, at least for the first time in quite some time. So okay, congrats, Kim. She's now back. So Well, she never left, but then again, she hasn't been on television in a long time. 8 likes? Can we potentially get it to 10? Can we potentially get it to 10 before this live stream's over with? I would very much like that. We got then Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez came in and were like, I could easily take that title away from you, Maxine. Roxanne, at least Roxanne Perez. That's what Roxanne Perez said. I don't know, we could be getting Roxanne Perez versus. Because we could be getting Roxanne Perez winning the title from Maxine Dupree, because I don't know. Not boring, Mox. Not boring. Get out of here. Like I said, this isn't your show. Oh, and I'm not acting gay. So, sorry. You really should be careful about what you say on my live streams, because I see everything. I see everything. I see everything on my live stream, so you can't hide any comments from me. Oh, okay. Thanks, Austin. I do appreciate that. 710 subscribers. I'm gonna make you a standard mod on this channel just to just so just so you don't have to worry about being timed out again. But yeah. Thanks, Austin. I do appreciate that. I can't believe I have 710 subscribers on this channel. But yeah. They got Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes. This match was a great match. Another great match from Gunther. I know people are like, dude, Gunther should not be John Cena's final opponent. Gunther already retired Gunther already retired Goldberg. Gunther already, this and that. He's already made. He's already an established name. Why does he have to face? Why should he face Goldberg? Why does he have to face Goldberg? John Cena. Those are all excuses. Those are all excuses. I'd say Roman. I'd say Roman, but who knows? But yeah, those are all excuses. Oh, and people are also saying that, are also calling out Gunther being John Cena's last opponent because of his age. He's 38 years old. Well, let's be real here. John Cena has faced CM Punk and John Cena and Randy Orton, which were two matches that we knew were probably going to get at this point. But they're just as old as John Cena. Cody Rhodes is almost as old as Gunther, if not a year or two younger. We got R-Truth, who is at least 5, maybe even 10 years or so older than John Cena, but at least looks 10 years younger than John Cena. Hell, we've even gotten Logan Paul versus John Cena, and Logan Paul is not even close to 30. Is close to 30, but isn't 30 years old yet. So technically he's young. And yet people were so much on his case about why does he get a match against John Cena? Well, he's technically one of those younger guys that you people kept yabbering on about John Cena should be facing younger talent. Well, Logan Paul is one of those younger talents. Like, what do you want? Oh, and Dominic Mysterio is one of those younger talents. He's not even 30 years old yet. Yeah. Which is it? It's obviously people are just making up excuses as to why they don't want Gunther to be John Cena's last opponent. Oh, and they want John Cena to win his final match. Well, that's not going to happen. If I know John Cena, he's going to want to give back to WWE. And this retirement tour has never been about him. It's about him giving back to WWE, who's given him so much. So he's going to probably want to lose his final match. And I'm just hoping. So I'm hoping that it is Gunther because it would be perfect. You want to make your next legend killer? It's Gunther. I don't care how old he is already. He's your next legend killer. If Randy Orton was the legend killer at one point, then Gunther is this generation's legend killer. But yeah, this was a great match. It went about 18 minutes. Gunther wins. Congratulations to him. He goes on to the semifinals. I could see that. I did hear that. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad about it because it makes all the sense in the world. Like, why would Vince McMahon not be at John Cena's final match? Because Vince McMahon has done so much for John Cena that it only makes sense that they would do that. So hey, I'm not gonna complain about that because that makes sense. It makes sense, and I understand why Donald Trump's going to be there because it's in Washington D.C. and he's the president of the United States. He's going to show up. He's going to show up. Just watch it. Yeah, like I said, he's going to be there. He's going to be there because it's John Cena because it's in Washington D.C. this year. This particular. Saturday night's main event. We also got the main event, which was Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul versus the Usos in the War Games Advantage match. This match wasn't anything special, but it was decent enough. And obviously the heels went on to win the match. Congratulations to them. They have the advantage going into the War Games, but it was the big faces that would be the ones to stand tall at the end of the night, which sort of makes me believe that Brock Lesnar slipped and fell on his butt, but almost immediately rolled out of it, immediately got back up, took his hat off, put it on Braun's head, and then just walked off as if nothing had happened. It was as if it happened, and then no more than like 2-3 seconds later, he was walking to the ring to smash some people. But the baby faces stood tall. I could see the baby faces losing to. I could see the baby faces losing Survivor Series War Games match this year. I don't know. This is the first War Games where I feel like I'm not exactly sure as far as who's going to win, but it is what it is. We hit the 10 likes. Congratulations to me. Thank you to everybody that did. Thank you to everybody. That liked this live stream. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. If I was to rate Monday Night Raw, I'd give it a 6.5. It wasn't obviously the Brock Lesnar botch that happened was so funny that it almost makes up for everything. That it almost made up for everything. Who knows? But the Jey Uso Rusev video WWE uploaded to their YouTube channel of Jey winning his match against Rusev. Again, it's getting massive dislikes versus likes. And so WWE eventually is going to have to realize that what they're doing with Jey Uso is not going to work, is not working. Now we got to go to NXT Tuesday and NXT. This is the second week of Gold Rush. We have championships from Evolve and NXT and TNA getting defended. We got the first match is obviously the beginning of it was we got a recap of last week's Gold Rush event, Gold Rush Week 1, which saw Izzy Dane take out her best friend Hayden Baxley, a video which I uploaded to YouTube as a short video, and it now has over 2,000 views. Yay to me. I have no idea. Rock versus Roman possibly could headline one of the nights because it's a match that should obviously main event WrestleMania if it ever does happen. But obviously, scheduling issues have always come between a potential Rock Roman match. And even when we could have gotten it in 2024, people were so outraged when Rock basically took Cody's spot that WWE had to pivot, and we got what we got at WrestleMania 40. People to this day are still pissed. They're still pissed that Cody Rhodes ever got that spot. And like we now know, he was told even on the day of the Royal Rumble that the plans had changed and that it was going to be not Cody versus Roman Part 2, but he still decided, to point to Roman because that was what he wanted. And the fans knew that's what was the only option for Cody. But yeah, we got the first match of tonight's Gold Rush. Week 2 was Sean Legacy versus Jackson Drake of a stable in Evolve known as the Vanity Project. I don't watch Evolve. Maybe I should because it's on Tubi and it's actually for free. And Tubi's free, so I don't know why I haven't been watching it, but I just don't. It's probably because I got so many other things that I do during the day that it just makes watching certain things. I don't know whose fault it is. Oh, I'd say Tony Khan, because Tony Khan at least WWE has been watchable this year. Raw has been the better show by far, followed very closely by NXT, then SmackDown. AW has just been either decent or subpar all year long. It hasn't been good, except for their Blood and Guts special edition of AW Dynamite, which was actually good, but even that wasn't perfect. We got Sean Legacy versus Jackson Drake for the Men's Evolve Championship. This match went about 9 minutes. Pretty decent match. I kind of liked what both of these men were doing, and Sean Legacy was the face going into this match. Obviously, Jackson Drake was the heel going into this match, and congratulations to the champion on retaining his title. We also got another vignette for the newest member of the NXT roster, that being Shiloh Hill, winner of WWE LFG Season 2. I'm still a little bit upset that they released BJ Ray, the guy that Bubba Ray just could not stand at all. I'd say it's not like Tony Khan levels of bad, but it's definitely not as good as what we got in 2023 and 2024. And in the last part of 2022 after. Who knows? We'll see. We got So I'm very excited to see what Shiloh Hill brings to WWE. I can't wait to I can't wait to see his debut. We also got a promo from Izzy Dane, a video package for Izzy Dane, who last week, as I said, turned on Tatum Paxley. So she turned heel on her best friend, supposed best friend. But yeah, friend, and that's she was basically what she said was that Tatum Paxley just was basically naive, and that she wasn't listening, and that she just continued to do whatever she wanted and was never listening to her. So she decided, you know what? If Tatum's not going to listen to me, then why should I keep being her friend if she's not going to listen to what I tell her to do? We then got Zarya versus Fallon Henley. This was for the women's speed championship. This match, obviously, has a when it comes to the speed matches, I'm guessing the tournament matches are the oh, she's definitely up there as one of the best. She's definitely up there as one of the best. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. She is definitely. We got this match had a 5-minute time limit because obviously when they're doing the tournaments, I guess to crown a number one contender for the title, the matches are 3 minutes. The title matches themselves are 5 minutes. Now this match went to the 5 minutes, went the full 5 minutes. No champion was crowned after the 5 minutes. No pinfall happened. We got the F5 from Zarya, basically the F5 from Zarya, but that was right as the buzzer hit 0. And so Ava came out, the general manager came out and was like, no, 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 this is not how this match is not going to end this way. It's not going to end this way. We need a champion. And so I'm going to make this match go into sudden death mode. And so that's what happened. We got sudden death. Eventually, Fallon was able to get the win via some obvious shenanigans from Fatal Influence at ringside, who was at ringside with her. So Fallon Henley is your new women's speed champion. Congratulations to Fallon. We got Ethan Page backstage. She decided to have a little chat with Sol Ruka, who still isn't exactly happy about what happened last week when she had a match for the NXT Women's North American Championship. I did cover the Becky Lynch promo on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I covered it. I think you might not have been here when I was talking about it. But then again, I did. I made sure to cover it. Yeah, I talked about how Becky Lynch is basically claiming ownership of having made this greatest women's War Games team in history. Those were her words. We got John Cena. We got John Cena out there. He is, well, we didn't get John Cena out there like I initially thought was going to happen. What I thought was going to happen, it happened. We got a pre-taped, it was more than likely a pre-taped segment. John Cena was never initially planned to, was never really initially booked for an NXT date. So what I'm guessing is that they decided, you know what, even if he's going to make an appearance, we're not going to have him show up because he was never really advertised. So we did a pre-taped segment, 2 of them, to announce the men's and women's Iron Survivor match lineups. We got the men's Iron Survivor match first, was announced first. The participants are as follows, and we got Javon Evans, We got Leon Slater from TNA. We got Dion Lennox. And we got Joe Hendry. Potentially. Those are the official names that were to be announced beforehand. John Cena then made another announcement regarding the men's Iron Survivor match, and that was that the winner of the main event, which was Trick Williams versus Miles Bourne, which I didn't know why that was the main event instead of a title match, but now I know why they did it, because the winner of that match, according to John Cena, would get a spot in the Iron Survivor match. So okay, good. That match has high stakes, so that's why they did that. We got Ava backstage with Fatal Influence celebrating their Fallon's win. Ava obviously knows that there were shenanigans at play during the during their during JC's match last week and then Fallon's match earlier on tonight. So she decided that in order to make Laney's match fair for the Evolve Women's Championship, yeah, at least Donald Trump doesn't have about a million or gazillion sexual assault allegations levied against him. I mean, Donald Trump's no saint, but I'll take him over Vince any day. So Ava decided that the rest of Fatal Influence would be banned from ringside for Laney's match against Kendall Gray for the Evolve Women's Championship. That's the match we got up next. This match went about 11 minutes. It was a good match. I am actually really starting to like Kendall Gray a bit. I'm starting to like her. We got, but even though Ava basically forbade the rest of Fatal Influence from being out there, that didn't stop them from trying to insert themselves in the match anyways, because because they just have to. This led to the return of Charlie Dempsey, who apparently who was away in Japan, but obviously as of late has been doing absolutely nothing except invading TNA with a bunch of other bottom of the barrel NXT talent like Lexus King, Brooks Jensen, Stax, and Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. High Rise. Like, yeah. Great. They're doing another TNA invasion angle, another NXT invasion of TNA angle. Like, what's the point? We already got this settled at Showdown. But congratulations to Kendall Gray. She successfully defended her title. We got the Dark States backstage promo. Obviously, they were celebrating Dion Lennox being made official for the men's Iron Survivor match. Yeah, Chris Jericho's coming back to WWE. I have a feeling he's going to come back to WWE, and I'm going to accept it. I like Chris Jericho. Oh, he's not going to immediately retire. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what they're going to do, well, actually, it's 7 years, because the last WWE appearance he made was in 2018 in the Greatest Royal Rumble match. If I'm not mistaken, he even came out as the very last entrant. Kevin Owens was in the ring. He was super, super shocked, as was everybody. But yeah, that was his last appearance, so it's been 7 years. We got Jordynne Grace versus Kelani Jordan versus Knockouts champion Kelani Jordan versus Lei Ying Lee, formerly known as Xia Li in NXT and WWE. I don't know. I don't know when his last. Well, I know his last appearance official appearance was at the Greatest Royal Rumble, in the Greatest Royal Rumble match. But I don't know what his last official Raw appearance was. But hey, we got this match, triple threat match for the TNA Knockouts title. And congratulations to Lei Ying Lee, who is the new NXT TNA Knockouts champion. Congratulations to her. She deserves it. She deserves it, I think. We also got an interview with Ricky Saints with Megan. I think it was Megan Morant, who was interviewing Ricky Saints. Yeah, I don't know. Edge, I feel like Edge might retire in AEW. Also, Edge still has at least a year on his contract. His contract with TNA with AEW doesn't expire until well into 2026. So I don't think he's coming to WWE anytime soon. And I know everybody has been so adamant that it has to be Edge facing John Cena in his retirement match. Like, give that up already. Edge is clearly not coming back. He's with AEW. He's staying with AEW for the time being. And do you honestly think Tony Khan is going to let Adam Copeland go to WWE, have a match with John Cena, and potentially lose? Because if that match happens, I almost am certain that John Cena would win. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Never say never. We got the Women's Iron Survivor match being announced by John Cena. We now know the opponents. We now know the participants in the Women's Iron Survivor match. Kalani Jordan, Soruka, Jordan Grace, Lola Vice, and Kendall Gray, who is the Evolve Women's Champion and will be the only champion in this deadline match. I don't know. It was good. It was good at first. Then he got injured, and I guess it just hasn't felt the same since he returned. But yeah, we got the main event for NXT Gold Rush Night 2, Week 2. Miles Bourne versus Trick Williams. Lasted about 12 minutes. Pretty good match. And Miles Bourne was able to get the win, and so he will join. Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Joe Hendry, and Dion Lennox in the Men's Iron Survivor match. So, here's what it is. Congratulations to Miles Bourne. That was NXT Gold Rush. If I were to rate that show, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad either. I'm going to actually disagree with you. Ricochet, he's boring. But what he's doing in AEW right now is miles above what he was doing in a WWE. In WWE, he was basically just the typical bland babyface who's basically a luchador and can do all the crazy flips and dives that a lot of other crazy luchadors do. You could say that Javon Evans is basically what Javon Evans now is what Ricochet was when he first debuted in WWE. Oh, that's not up for debate. That's not up for debate. He is. But it's arguably so much better than what he was doing in WWE. Even if it's still bad, that's just how bad it was in WWE. I still remember when he got eviscerated by Drew McIntyre on the mic in a segment in I think it was in 2019. In late 2019. And I still remember him going up against Brock Lesnar. Like, he even had a chance in that match. But speaking of AEW, let's get into AEW. No, I don't think so. I don't think he will. Let's get into AEW Dynamite. Tonight is the start of the Continental Classic We got some very good matches on this AW Dynamite. The first off, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Kyle Fletcher. Kazuchika Okada is the Continental Champion and will be defending the title in this tournament. Now, I know some people are questioning why Okada's in this tournament and why this tournament shouldn't be for a chance to face Okada in the finals. Well, the this tournament isn't supposed to be for a shot at the title. It's supposed to be for the title. So if the champion's not defending the title in the tournament, how is the person that wins this tournament supposed to win the title or defend the title if Kazuchika Okada's case? If the champion's not there, then what's the point of the tournament? Because that's what the tournament's for. It's for the title, not for a shot at the title. I don't know why certain people don't get that, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. We also got Claudio, which was a great match, and Kyle Fletcher actually got the win here, which was a little surprising because I thought, being the champion, they would have Okada go undefeated going into this tournament, but wouldn't surprise me a bit, Dro. Would not surprise me a bit because Vince McMahon was always known for doing a whole lot of weird stuff. Kyle Fletcher wins. Congrats to him. We got Claudio Castagnoli versus Orange Cassidy. This match went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Claudio wins. He gets 3 points. Congrats to him. Willow Nightingale and Hardy Cameron versus Sky Blue and Julia Hart, Sisters of Sin, versus the Babes of Wrath in a semifinals match in the women's tag team tournament in AW. The Sisters of Sin were not able to win the match, and there was apparently a spot in the match where Julia Hart apparently botched a moonsault, which is, from what I've seen, is actually one of her best moves, and she does it so perfectly sometimes that it was a little weird. That's just weird, Dro, because Bret Hart is officially from what I know, the first superstar I've known who ever take aim at Sheamus for anything that he does. But then again, Bret Hart seems to hate everybody nowadays that he sees as overly stiff, like Gunther, for instance. But hey, it is what it is. We got Samoa Joe promo. Obviously, he is the new AEW World Champion. He beats Hangman Page at Full Gear in a steel cage match to win the title. Yeah, that just seems to be his opinion. I mean, I disagree. I've never had a problem with Sheamus. I've never had a problem with Sheamus. I like Sheamus. I think he's one of the best. And a lot of other legends have never had anything bad to say about Sheamus, but Bret Hart's the only one who now seems to have a problem with anything Sheamus has done or does in the ring. So I'm guessing it is just his. Oh, Nate's here. Hey, hi Nate. Just going over AW Dynamite now. We got, obviously, Samoa Joe's the new AW World Champion. Won against Hangman in a steel cage match. I don't know. I do disagree with that for sure. We got and then after the match, we saw the return of Swerve Strickland, and he has a new theme song, which I am somewhat liking. Actually, I kind of like his new theme song, although I did kind of like his original theme song too. But still, it is what it is. We also got another Continental Classic match. Tournament match, Darby Allin versus. That's an understatement. That's an understatement, Nate. Darby Allin versus Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight, another surprise win in this tournament, which I did not see coming. I didn't see Darby Allin losing this match. But Kevin Knight actually got the win. Congrats to him. And 11 likes. Thank you, everybody. We also got John Moxley versus Mascara Dorada in a Continental Classic tournament match, which John Moxley did win. And a lot of people are saying that he's going to be, well, a lot of people were saying that he was going to go winless in this tournament, so obviously that's not happening. I've been doing that. We haven't had any trolls today. Surprisingly, we haven't. Only one, and that was the fake Eric Freeman as Mox. But other than that, we haven't had anybody show up. Surprising. Second week in a row where I haven't had a whole slew of trolls coming into my live stream. And after this match, though, we got Toni Storm out there with Jon Moxley and Marina Shafir. I don't know how that happened. I know I didn't do it. I don't take away mods unless I feel like one of the persons that is a mod is a troll account that is timing out people. But other than that, I don't do that. We got Toni Storm out there with Marina Shafir and Jon Moxley. She was there basically to talk to Marina about their semifinals match in the women's tag team tournament, where it's going to be Mina and Toni versus Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. Because she and Mina won that fatal four-way match at Full Gear, she and Mina were able to pick the stipulation for their semifinals match. And so Toni basically, in Toni Storm fashion, said that she had stayed up night after night after night after immediately following Full Gear. She kept thinking of a match stipulation, and she just couldn't think of one. And then she realized she hadn't gotten Mina anything for Christmas. And so this was her Christmas gift to Mina, a hardcore holiday death match. And so, yeah, we're getting a hardcore holiday death match. I'm guessing next week on AEW Dynamite versus Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa versus Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne, as if we need another hardcore match on AEW television, where that's all we seem to be getting every 2-3 weeks for the last 2-3 months. But it should be fun. We also got the ending of the show was basically what you would expect. A brawl between all the members of the Continental Classic. And Mascara Dorada was actually the one to stand tall at the end of all of this. So hey, it is what it is. I'll rate AEW Dynamite a 6.5 out of 10 just for the matches. Just for the matches being good. I have no idea. Wait a minute. I'm going to do something. I've had a bunch of accounts come in nowadays that have been quote-unquote fakes accounts, and I can't be too sure, and I can't be too careful about any of my... Wait, what? No. There's the live stream. Okay, yeah, that's you. Okay. I have no idea what's going on, but you are one of the few manager mods on my channel, Danny. You're one of the few manager mods on my channel. your Danny Staten channel, which is your main channel that I've always seen you come on this live stream with. It's always that channel you usually come on this live stream with. And it is you. I had to be sure. I had to be sure, so I checked. But it is you. We go to Friday Night SmackDown. We got the opener, which was Jey Uso versus Rusev in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Congratulations to Jey Uso. He wins and advances into the semifinals versus LA Knight. My God, please do not give us Jey Uso versus Gunther in the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament. We don't need it. We don't need it. Please let LA Knight win. We got LA Knight back after this. We got LA Knight backstage being interviewed. Obviously, he obviously decided to call out John Cena. It's obviously I think it's gonna be John Cena, Gunther, and LA Knight in the finals. I definitely see that being the case. But hey, it is what it is. Congratulations. Hey, it is what it is. We got Miz backstage with Nick Aldis. Miz is obviously not happy that he's still hasn't been officially just named as John Cena's final opponent because he's still on that tip that he shouldn't have to face anybody just to win a shot at John Cena. He shouldn't have to win a shot. He should already be facing John Cena. It should be an inevitability. It should already be Miz versus John Cena made official. R-Truth comes in again and decides, look, and they continue their subtle adult jokes about balls tonight, which, I mean, hey, R-Truth is funny. R-Truth will never not be funny. Just so we're clear, R-Truth will never not be funny. But yeah, Miz was selected as the replacement for Sheamus. So it is what it is. I expected that. Also, this was a pre-tape show, so I already know what happened. We got Chelsea Green out there celebrating her second reign as women's. Well, you're not getting Sheamus, Mox. You're not getting Sheamus, Mox, because he's injured. Oh, and I will get rid of you, because as long as you keep coming on here, I will continue to hide you as many times as I have to. And yeah, this went as I expected. Jade, obviously, Chelsea Green again decided to call herself the greatest women's champion in WWE right now, which obviously didn't sit well with Jade Cargill, who decided to interrupt proceedings and deliver a jaded to Chelsea Green. And yes, that's how that segment ended. Congratulations. Congratulations, Chelsea. We also got is Damian Priest, Zelina Vega backstage segment. This also led to a bit of a Terror Twins reunion for Rhea and Damian Priest, who wanted to actually talk to Damian Priest about something. And you're gone again. What that may be, I don't know. But we got Miz versus LA Knight. Last time is our tournament. Went about 11 minutes. Good match. Miz didn't win. I expected Miz to lose, and he did. So congratulations to LA Knights. To at least making it to the semifinals. I hope he beats Jey Uso. I'm hoping he beats Jey Uso. Also, we got the women's War Games Advantage match. Asuka versus Charlotte Flair went about 12 minutes. This was a great match. This was a really good match. And Charlotte Flair was able to get the win for her team. I am a genius because if you're not mistaken, I can hide you how many times I want. Miz will lose. Miz will win. I know Miz will win. Yeah. We also got MFTs versus Team Sami Zayn. This is Sami Zayn, Rey Fenix, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Motor City Machine Guns in a traditional Survivor Series tag team match. Match went about 22 minutes, and it was a very good match. But obviously, the MFTs were able to win. Sami Zayn was the last man to be eliminated from his team, which I almost assumed that was going to happen. But Solo's team did get the win. After the match, though, we saw the Wyatt Six make their official return to television. Uncle Howdy is now back, which if I'm not mistaken, the reason why they kept Wyatt Six off television was because Uncle Howdy was still technically injured, so to speak. So glad he's back, and now they can fully revisit the feud between the two of them, between these two factions. And that's how that show ended. SmackDown was a good show. Not perfect, but it was a good show. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 at least. And yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this live stream. I know I did. Be sure to hit that like button. And until then, I will see you guys next week. And yeah, until then, peace out, guys.